Hello everyone, welcome to Niche Geography. This is lesson 3 of Unit 4 in Grade 9 Geography. The topic is environmental imbalance. After the Industrial Revolution, the process of economy changed from an agrarian and handicraft economy to one dominated by industries. Machines were produced to do many of the manual work done earlier. For an example, powerloom machines came into use instead of handlooms done by people earlier. Let's see what are the factors that cause environmental imbalance. Excessive utilization of resources is one major cause of environmental imbalance. This means using natural resources in a limitless manner. In the past, too, people cut trees for their needs such as cultivation and building houses, but not like the present days. These days, large areas of rainforest and other forest areas are destroyed not for consumption purposes but for trade. Mostly smugglers and hunters involved in these activities. Even when fishing, the fishermen use large nets where they gather a very big catch of fish, which according to the researchers, very harmful. Irregular development processes are another harmful factor. Even though development processes are very important, people should have a well-prepared plan to avoid environmental hazards such as soil erosion, landslides and floods. They should do a complete investigation of the area to find out important natural resources available in the area and the amount they should preserve out of them. In that manner, we can balance the environment in the expected way. Excessive burning of fossil fuel is another harmful factor. Fossil fuel is used in industries and in transportation. When fossil fuel is burned, harmful heavy gases such as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide and sulfur is produced. Another destructive factor is the use of agrochemicals. It is destroying not only the harmful insects and pests for the agriculture, but the useful insects too. And another destructive factor is the deforestation. Reclamation of lowlands is also a harmful factor. Lowlands are needed for the proper drainage of rainwater. When people fill these areas and do constructions blocking this drainage system, the ultimate result would be the flood. Not using the land in a proper manner is a big problem. The major problem is the dumping of garbage on land and making garbage hills. This causes many health hazards. Clearing plots of lands for agricultural activities to cause soil erosion, and sometimes they are resulted in occurrence of landslides. Excavating for mineral resources also pollutes the whole area. Use of improper technology to cause harm to the environment. Due to the use of radioactive materials in industries and dumping waste containing radiation harms the flora and fauna in the area. And sometimes destructive genetic changes can be occur. You already know that plastic and polythene is not good for the environment. Development is essential. We know that. But it must be achieved while protecting the environmental balance in a way that minimum damage happening to the environment. Is the environmental balance collapsing? Yes, according to the scientists and environmentalists, they have warned us that if the present environmental damage continues further, around another 200 years, the earth will convert into a condition which is not conducive, not good for man and other living beings to live. So what should we do? We have to find another place. Can we do that? Another place means another planet, maybe another artificial environment like the moon or under the water, sea. Can we do that? Is it possible? Human activities that affect the environment. Let's see what they are. One of the destructive activities done by man is the destruction of forest. As a result, flora and fauna of the area are destroyed. Some plants and animal species are completely destroyed due to this, and we call that extinction. Some become endangered. That type of harm cannot be replaced. Not only that, water resources are also destroyed. We know that big rivers are starting from these forest areas. The rainwater collected as puddles inside the forest make small streamlets, and they together make branches of rivers and finally a big river. Use of agrochemicals is another harmful human activity. These chemicals are mixed up with soil and destroy useful soil organisms, and when these chemicals are mixed in water, aquatic plants and animals die. Not only that, when water is contaminated, people can't use these water resources for their day-to-day activities. If consumed, diseases such as kidney ailments occur. Due to the use of fossil fuel for energy, air pollution occurs. Many factories release poisonous gases into the air, and it will be resulted in a bad way. The harmful gases such as carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide are heavy gases. So they remain very close to the earth, making covering the earth like a blanket. So the earth will become like a greenhouse. We call it the greenhouse effect. So the temperature will not go out of the world. The heat waves will not travel towards the space because of these gases. So the temperature inside the earth will increase. This will be resulted in a bad way. We know that when the temperature increases, the ice in the polar regions and on mountain tops are melting. So they will be added to the ocean and the sea level will go up. So the small islands will go underwater, and not only that, the habitats for animals such as polar bears will be destroyed. So when the ice melts, they won't have a place to live. Due to the improper urbanization, waste is added to the environment. It will spoil the beautiful scenery of the environment and will add a bad smell, and not only that, it will be a reason for spreading diseases too. Another bad thing happening due to improper urbanization is the blocking of the waterways. See, these people are working very hard to collect the garbage thrown into the water. It is not that easy to maintain the waterways once it is polluted like. Due to the improper disposal of waste, environmental health hazards occur. We know that there's a pile of garbage, there's a bad smell all over the place. And pests such as mice, houseflies, etc. are spreading in the area, so they carry germs into the household. And it destroys the natural beauty too. Now, once people dump garbage all over the place, that place look very ugly, and the area will not calm our mind. Now, we all like to live in a place where beautiful sceneries are present. Sceneries like this. So if we clean the area nicely and dispose the garbage in a proper way using the proper garbage disposal methods, we can keep the environment like this. Experimentation of military weapons is another harmful activity. Due to these experiments, atmospheric pollution occurs. And most of these experiments are done in oceans or seas. So once the burnt items put into the ocean, they contain radioactive materials. So it is very harmful to the marine organisms. That's the end of the lesson. Thank you for joining with us. Let's meet in the next lesson to discuss about sustainable development. Stay safe.